Yeah, bro. Same there.
Good night, guys. A great night to all those who tune into the realest thing in the world, coming to you from Guyana. Now, so much has been going on. So much I should be saying, so much as I should be doing. There's a lot going on. But there's a lot more going on. There's a lot going on in my life also. So I'm working on that, working on issues. But not work related, right? Could say, like I say, making money making, right? Thing doing. But these are issues that needs to be addressed, and sometimes I wonder, what's the cover up? What's the secrecy about? Eh? But then you watch at how concerning. I don't know if you guys know, if most Guyanese know, but most Caribbean countries, except for Guyana and Venezuela, Guyana and Trinidad, sorry, have difficulties going to the United States. Most Caribbean countries. People might not know that, but it is a matter of fact. So, sometimes things come to my attention. I know and see everything that's going on. I just ain't saying everything. Because times have changed. As you get older, you get more mature. I don't want to be arguing every day. I'm struggling. I'm thinking about, I'm seeing things and I want to talk about things and I want to share my views with you guys. A lot of people call me on a daily basis. Still call me. I still help a lot of people. Call me on a daily basis for address issues and raise concerns with me, for me to highlight their issues. This is one of those instances that I gotta come out now and address things that, it seems that most of the politicians have been bought out. Now, my concern is things that would happen that would affect Guyana as a whole, most Guyanese. And I'm going to be quick about it. I don't want to spend more than 50 minutes on this. Azzedine Mohammed, the now opposition leader, who's fighting extradition, recently had his lawyer send a letter to the US ambassador for her to not get involved or say anything about a pending matter of this magnitude. Because the Mohammed's them liars saying everything they want to say. But nobody else mustn't answer. The Mohammeds could say anything they want to say. But nobody else mustn't answer. So when I get this wire and receive the receipts of said situation that I'm going to talk about now, I was like, didn't the lawyer tell the Mohammeds that being in bed with enemies of the United States of America could be problematic? Didn't the lawyer explain to him that? He should have. Recently, Azzedine Mohammed met with the Cuban ambassador. Now, Azzedine Mohammed is the opposition leader for Guyana and would meet ambassadors from time to time. Would meet anybody. Anybody would meet Mohammed. Whether they could do business with him, that's a different story. Azzedine Mohammed. But why did they meet 9:30 in the night at the ambassador's residence? What are they meeting about? The Cubans were the security force for Maduro. Did you know that? You know that more than 30-something security officials were killed when Maduro was arrested and his wife. Yeah, forget Maduro. It's just only a couple months ago and it seems like such a far time away. Yeah, forget when I tell you between the connection between Mohammed and Maduro. Now, there's only two connections that Mohammed could have with the Cuban ambassador. Is the intent on the enemy of my enemy is my friend, or Maduro had already made and delivered the connection to the Mohammeds. Now, people don't understand how Guyana would be affected geopolitically. If we get ourselves involved with nonsense. I'm telling you, before there was a time where as you look at American calculate, there's so much things, it got passed through Congress, and there's so much diplomacy that has to be used before people are affected. Not with Trump. Not with Trump. Trump does say, look, a bombing boats. Dead send somebody to pick you up. We don't want to be seen, Guyanese don't want to be seen cooperating with enemies of the United States. Will you want part and parcel of it? You know how that affects the regular man? So it would be appreciative if the opposition leader, the Cuban ambassador, should come out and issue a statement. And there's evidence. They could do like what they did with the Venezuelan. Mohammeds could say they didn't go to the embassy and then we produce the evidence. There's no problem. There's no rush. The Cuban ambassador has to come and say, what would cause him to meet Azzedine Mohammed, someone being sanctioned by the United States of America? Is there a plan to move money? Is there a plan for the Mohammeds to escape? Are the Cubans helping with a plan for the Mohammeds to escape? Because the time growing short, they know that. Only recently, Hannah Mohammed started attacking the judicial system because they know what's going to happen. Tuesday come. Tuesday come. The Caribbean Court of Justice is going to make a decision that obviously is going to see their extradition request by the United States of America start proceeding at a fast rate. Because Judy Latchman game is up. Everybody see the game. Only she didn't see the game. Judy Latchman is like the king with no clothes. Only he didn't know that he had on clothes. He thought he was invisible. Now I am putting it to you. Do your research. The receipts are there. Can the Cuban ambassador explain why did Azzedine Mohammed visit his home at 9:30 in the night? What's going on? Is it the Maduro connection coming to fruition? Or are there plans afoot? Given Cuban stands for years now, 60-something years going on. The Cuban stands on America. Does Trump have to be concerned Are deals being made for communism to be spread in Guyana? It would be nice. Everybody is opposite. Alright, I accept now the man's opposition leader. Can the opposition leader issue a statement telling Guyanese why did he go to the Cuban ambassador's residence? Knowing the Cubans are adversaries of the United States of America, our allies and friends, what are they planning? We can't afford to have people in our country planning against the United States of America. The United States of America is an ally that protects us. We can't afford to lose our protection. Why did Azzedine Mohammed go at 9:30 in the night? Are the Cubans helping? The Cubans protected. Listen to me. The Cubans have taken a communist stance and they've always been that way. They protected Maduro. 30-odd Cuban military personnel lost their life. The close people around Maduro who were protecting Maduro were Cubans. It is the Cuban military. Direct, not retired people. Acting Cuban military people were the protectors of Maduro. What is the plan that they're having? Look at Juan Maduro. I'm calling on the Foreign Affairs Minister, Hugh Todd, looking to this. Invite the Cuban ambassador to a meeting and find out what was it. What would have caused him to have Azzedine Mohammed? Yes, he's the opposition leader. He could have visited the man office during the day. Why crawling in the night? What would have caused him to have Azzedine Mohammed, the opposition leader, visit his home at 9:30 in the night? Given what this man is faced with, given the past relationship with Cuba and Venezuela, given what is known about Mohammed's and Maduro, why did Azzedine Mohammed visit the Cuban ambassador in the dark of night? What is going on? Can the Cuban ambassador explain that? Hugh Todd, the Foreign Affairs Minister, needs to issue a statement. He needs to say what is going on here. Why I have to come and expose these things? What does the president have to say on this? I want to hear what the president has to say. The president has to protect himself. The president has to protect his allies. The United States of America is an ally to America, to Guyana, a friend to Guyana. Are there plots against the United States of America that is being facilitated within Guyana? Why would Azzedine Mohammed meet the Cuban ambassador in the dark of night? What is going on? How does this look for Guyana? When you're looking at politics, Azzedine Mohammed, if you're looking at Azzedine Mohammed is a part of the political mechanism of Guyana. Although attempts are being made to extradite him and his father, you're part of the political system in Guyana. This man is a member of parliament, a member of Guyana parliament, meeting what is considered to be the enemy of our friend and our protector, the United States of America. What is going on? I'm looking forward to hear what the Foreign Affairs Minister has to say, what the President has to say. The Vice President should hold a press conference. This nonsense is going to get Guyana in problem. I'm telling you. Everybody say anything but Trump. Taking into consideration what you say or what you want to believe about Trump. You imagine Trump here that they got some plan in Guyana with the opposition leader and the government people. Louis said the person who carrying back the information, Trump said the government people give the impression like, Louis won. Eh? And Trump wake up on the wrong side. You want to be on that side? Eh? Given how Trump operates and all that Trump does, he's a Trumpster. I'm saying again, given the geopolitical situation in this part of the world, in the North American hemisphere, South American hemisphere, we need explanations. Why did the Cuban ambassador entertain Azadin Mohammed at his house in the dark of night? What are they planning? Are the Cubans assisting? Is this an extension of assistance to Maduro? From Maduro to Mohammed? Or this is a direct ploy or plot against the United States of America? Or is this a plan for the Mohammeds to escape? The movement of large sums of money, which the Cubans as networks could do. Now the information is out there. Do it as you will. The opposition leader is opposition leader. Guyana awaits your response. Because when Trump wake up, he can say Guyanese. He can tell Azadin Mohammed. What was the Cuban secret meeting about? The Minister of Home Affairs needs to ask the ambassador, the Cuban ambassador, and the President of Guyana needs to give Guyanese an update as to what is going on and protect Guyanese. This is dangerous. If the Cubans are playing Cold War games out of Guyana, this is dangerous for Guyanese. You have the information, do it as you will.